What is up, y'all? Within today's video, we're going to be talking about Mikayla Nogueira and Jeffree Star, and Mikayla Nogueira getting caught lying yet again for e.l.f. If you guys had seen part one of this is basically like a part two, because I did talk about in the previous video to where Jeffree Star was calling out Mikayla Nogueira because she was reviewing some Patrick Ta duo eyeshadows and comparing them to e.l.f. and saying that it was a dupe for that. Of course, she was going to get a lot of backlash for this because if you guys did not know, she does have a lot of affiliation with e.l.f. She has been sponsored by them before numerous amounts of times, and she has had a lip product with them before. So obviously she's going to have some really deep roots with e.l.f. because they are cutting her a big check. Now, this is where I want to say things get really messy with Mikayla. You guys will see within this video, I do want to touch on the topic of her like responding towards Jeffree Star. But then mainly within this video, I want to talk about her relationship with e.l.f. because she does touch on the whole topic about how she is not endorsed by e.l.f. And she specifically says within one of her recent TikToks that she has only gotten paid by e.l.f. for having her lip kit with them, which is a 100% blatant lie. You can literally even go onto Google, type in on Google, Mikayla times e.l.f. sponsorships, and I will show you guys all the screenshots within today's video of how many times she has been sponsored by e.l.f. over the years. And this is where I say it is not far-fetched whatsoever for a viewer or Jeffree Star to say, oh, Mikayla's obviously sponsored by e.l.f. and she has an endorsement with them. And it's so crazy that you guys are going to see within the TikTok that I play within today's video. She basically makes a comment about like, oh, I'm not endorsed with them. That's not how this works. That is 100% how it works. There are several brands out there that will pay a yearly salary to influencers to talk about their products periodically throughout their, social media career, like say or social media uploads, I should say, not career. And this is a thing right here that I am so sure that she knows and her manager knows too. There is so many brands out there. I've had so many brands try to work with me before that wanted to do a yearly contract and say, hey, you have to talk about our products every other video, or you have to talk about them at least 2 times a month. Obviously, this is the thing. So for her to get out there and say things like that, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this girl continuously lies. And then for her to literally sit there and say that she's only ever been paid by e.l.f. for her lip kit is a 100% lie, because I have caught all of her videos, not even all actually. I want to say I have screenshots of 3 videos to where e.l.f. has sponsored her that have nothing to do with her lip kit. It has to do with other products. So I'm just like, this is where Mikayla, like, honestly, I have to say, this is where she just grinds my gears. It's just kind of like, girl, why don't you get on the video and say, like, I've worked with e.l.f. several times, and yes, I do love them, but this video in particular was not sponsored, and I genuinely do think that these eyeshadows are a dupe for Patrick Ta's duos. Do you know what I mean? This is where you lose me as a viewer, because I'm like, I'm not naive, I'm not stupid, I don't sit here and pay, like, I pay attention to this stuff, and it's just kind of like, girl, you look really dumb when you get out here and say these types of things, when even I, who don't even follow her, but she does pop up on my For You page, have seen that she has been sponsored by e.l.f. numerous times. So it's like, girl, why don't you just get out there and say, hey, I've worked with e.l.f. before, I love e.l.f., but this in particular was not sponsored. So anyways, we're going to be talking about that within today's video. If you guys don't even know about the whole situation, if you guys didn't check out the last video, basically what it is because Patrick Ta came out with these duo eyeshadows, which are extremely expensive. I am so sorry, but you got me so far fucked up to ever pay that amount of money for 2 eyeshadows. Yes, they do look beautiful. I don't think that they are worth it though, in my personal opinion. So Mikayla did a review of them. She really loved them. But then I want to say a couple videos later, she ended up doing a dupe type of review of the new e.l.f. eyeshadows, which did look very beautiful as well too. I have to say that too. Like, honestly, I saw other videos of them and I was like, actually, these eyeshadows do look pretty bomb. Gonna keep it real with you guys. I don't necessarily know if they are a dupe for the Patrick Ta. And to be quite honest with you guys, I'll never know, because I'm never going to purchase those Patrick Ta ones. The e.l.f. ones, I might just purchase because they are affordable. With the Patrick Ta, to me, I don't care if they were made in Italy, Croatia. I don't care. Dubai, the most expensive place in the world. I don't care. That price to me is just not justified. I feel like what is it, $45 or $42, something like that for 2 eyeshadows? No. Sorry, y'all, I got a call there and it like threw me off because I was like, wait, why are you calling me? That's a little random. So I like looked down really fast and I was like, whoop, threw me off. Anyways, as I was saying, a lot of people obviously were calling out Mikayla Nogueira for doing this comparison from e.l.f. to Patrick Ta, because they were saying there's no way that e.l.f. can dupe Patrick Ta, being that Patrick Ta stuff is, I want to say it was like made in Italy or like somewhere expensive where they're known for really high-end formulas. And I want to say this in my personal opinion, just going, like, I have several like drugstore products and several high-end products. I think that you can get kind of close, especially when it is something on the eye. Do you know what I mean? As long as it reflects, it's obviously going to look similar. I do think that Patrick Ta's very much like Pat McGrath's is probably going to have way more shimmer to it. It's going to have that more pearlescent vibe, and in low lighting you'll be able to see it sparkle a little bit more than the like e.l.f. ones. But I don't think it's too far-fetched and crazy to say that e.l.f. can come up with something kind of similar to it, because I think that the technology is there now to make things better for a little bit more affordable, as to where Patrick Ta's stuff, you know, probably went the route of like super high-end ingredients. And I totally respect that, understand that. I'm sure there's so many chemists out there that are like, hey, this Patrick Ta formula has this ingredient which is way better than this ingredient in the e.l.f. one. I totally get all that, but basically that's why she was called out by a lot of people in the comment section, as well as Jeffree Star, because Jeffree Star was like, absolutely not. Like, there is no way that this formula can compare. He said that he was going to do a comparison video, but I'm so curious to know. Honestly, y'all, I would love, like, in my head, just because I would like love to compare it to give you guys a full honest review, because y'all know clearly I'm not sponsored by anybody. I would love to do that, but I was like, I am not spending $42 on these eyeshadows. Like, for 2 eyeshadows, no. And on top of that, too, I just have to say, I don't know why, I've never been a fan of, like, duo eyeshadows that, well, first of all, I've never been a fan of duo eyeshadows in general, but especially 2 shimmers. Like, to me, I'm just kind of like, I don't understand that, because you need some mattes in there. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, y'all, I am rambling way too damn much. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of context within today's video. We're basically talking about Mikayla responding to Jeffree Star and her talking about her affiliation with e.l.f. And I'm gonna point out how she was lying. So let me get a drink. Let's get into it. Every time I say, let me go get a drink, I feel like you guys are gonna think that I'm gonna get like an alcoholic drink. Which low-key I would, but it is 1 p.m. in the afternoon right now. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and play the TikTok right now to where she addresses this whole situation. There is another TikTok to where she did throw a little bit of shade at Jeffree Star and her Temu orange hands. I'm so sorry. I have to say, at least she's playing along with it. I feel like she knows how to play this game. I'm so sorry. I have to give it to her. I think that she's smart when she comes down to it. She makes like a subtle little jab. Even when she came back to like the whole Lashgate drama thing, she threw a little jab at that. Like, she just kind of like brushes everything off. And I feel like that really works in her benefit. Even though in my personal opinion, I feel like, wouldn't it be nice if she was just a little bit more messy about it? But I think that she has so many brand deals that she doesn't want to like hurt any of her like brand sponsors. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like if she gets a little too messy, brands aren't going to want to work with her. And this is just my opinion. I have absolutely no proof of this, but I really do think that she is the #1 influencer for beauty brand deals. I see the most sponsorships out of her than any other beauty guru on TikTok. That's just my opinion. I have no proof of that, but I'm just telling you, I feel like she works with so many damn brands and she is sponsored by so many different brands. Just my opinion. Anyways, go ahead and check out this TikTok right here.
The new e.l.f. Camo liquid contours and bronzers actually good? Or am I just paid to say that? Do you believe what I'm about to say or not? Really? Not the time. Whether you believe or not, what I'm about to say is none of my business. But what I'm going to tell you is that the video I made about these e.l.f. eyeshadows, I made $0. The video I'm about to make about this, $0. I don't know who started this rumor that I'm like endorsed by e.l.f., but that's not how this industry works. I have 0 endorsements. I'm not obligated to speak about any brands. It's like athletes who like are endorsed by Nike. Like, people are saying I have like an endorsement by e.l.f., and I feel like a broken record saying that they didn't sponsor my wedding. Why do people keep making this shit up? My wedding had no sponsors, no endorsements. I paid for that shit out of my pocket with a big fat check. I don't have any endorsements. I don't owe e.l.f. a video about this. I don't have to say shit. I didn't owe them a video about these. I went out and bought these myself, okay? And made no money off of it. If e.l.f. would like to cut me a check, feel free. People keep saying because I have a lip kit with e.l.f. that therefore they pay me for everything. Honey, no. Okay? I would retire if that was the case. I like to talk about e.l.f. because I believe in them as a brand. That's it. That's fucking it. I remember when e.l.f. was literally gonna fail, like several years ago. And then all of a sudden they turned their shit around, and now I love the shit they come out with. And that's it. That's literally fucking it. I don't owe e.l.f. shit. That's all I can say. I don't owe e.l.f. shit. And they don't owe me shit. I've been paid for my lip kit, and that's it. I like a lot of e.l.f.'s products. A lot of e.l.f. products are in my regular rotation, but that doesn't mean I have to like everything. And when I don't, I will let you know. Like I said, whether you believe me or not, it's none of my business. It has nothing to do with me because I live my real life off screen and I know what's true and what isn't. Okay, period.
So as y'all saw from right there, she was touching on the situation because it did come out that everyone thought that she was sponsored / endorsed by Elf. Now, I am so sorry, I still don't believe her 100%, especially because she did say within that video that she has only gotten paid from Elf for her lip kit. Which, hey, some of you guys might say, hey, maybe it just slipped her memory, which I don't know how it would slip her memory, because y'all, I'm telling you, one quick Google search, you guys can do this for yourself. Type in on Google, Mikayla Nogueira, Elf sponsored TikTok. Okay, type that in and it will directly lead you to all what I have found. There is more, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys the ones that I found right here. These are 3 different videos that have nothing to do with her lip kit. So of course, yes, she was sponsored to make TikToks of her lip kit as well. And she was probably paid a commission per sale of those as well too. But as you guys can see, this is the Elf Cosmetics Mint collection right here. And it is a ad. It is a sponsorship. Literally says right down there at the bottom, which I'm just kind of like, girl, there you go. Here goes another Elf video right here attempting a bridal look. And it literally says right there, paid partnership, once again with Elf. Here goes another one right here, another bridal look. This is a completely different one where it says bridal on a budget. This is a paid sponsorship yet again. Y'all, I'm sure I can go down the list and find so many more, because I swear that I have seen so many more than 3, which I'm just kind of like, girl, how do you get on video to say that you were only paid by them for your lip kit? That is not true. It's like, obviously these are all just right there. And in my personal opinion, just my opinion, I think that she has made several videos before that she was paid for by them that weren't a disclosed ad. I think that she does sweep a lot of things under the rug. Like I've said before, I don't understand how so many of her videos don't get any FTC guideline complaints. I don't know if there's different laws, considering that this TikTok is not owned by America, so maybe it's different. I don't really know, but I do feel like this is kind of messed up, that I'm just kind of like, girl, you lose a lot of your credibility, within my personal opinion. Anyways, when it comes down to the whole Jeffree Star situation, to where she has she made another video. I'll play a small little clip so you guys can see.
All of these are a different shade. Okay, let's blend these together. I'm sure it's gonna look absolutely beautiful. In terms of the color, I am trying to match my Temu orange hands, okay? So don't mind it.
Where she says about her Temu orange hands, I have to say, I commend her for that. I really do. And just because I'm a messy bitch, okay? I would like her to be a little bit more messy about it, but I feel like she is playing her cards right. And she is super professional when it comes down to it. I feel like she knows how to not handle these things publicly, because she knows that it is going to have some repercussions to her checkbook, okay, to her bank account. And I feel like she's like, nope, let me not get messy, because it's obviously going to end up affecting her. I just think within this situation, I don't know, Jeffree Star kind of, he just shouldn't have even said anything about her looks. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, it's hard not to. I'm gonna keep it so real, because them Temu orange hands, damn, girl. Like, I look at them and I'm just like, whoa, that's a bit much, girl. But hey, to each their own. I feel like, y'all, since it's been put out there that she is making like $150,000 per sponsorship, I'm sure Mikayla is probably making like a good, I would say probably like $5 to $6 million a year at least. So I feel like, girl, can't you afford like a good person to do your, like, what's it called, tan for you, where they come and spray it for you? I forget the name for it. Spray tan, whatever. I don't know. I just feel like, girl, it does look a little bad, but I think that Jeffree Star should not have brought that up. I feel like that's where you lose a lot of people, and that's where they label you as a bully. Anyways, I am so curious if any of you guys have these Elf eyeshadows out there. If you guys have these Elf eyeshadows, can you let us know down below how you like them? If you guys happen to have like a Pat McGrath or a Patrick Ta eyeshadow and can compare them, let us know, because I'm really curious to know if they are comparable. I do think that I do think that they could look pretty similar on camera, but once again, on camera, it's really kind of tricky. Do you know what I mean? It all depends upon the light and things like that, and things can look, similar, even though in person they may not. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, another thing that I want to know from you guys, now that this has come out, like, do you guys trust Mikayla even more? Like, I don't know. Like, I've always given her a pass in the aspect of, I think that her personality is catchy. I know a lot of people don't like her personality, okay? But I like her personality. I think that she's fun. I think that she's entertaining. I think that she knows how to grasp an audience attention. And I think that she really is, entertaining, but she loses me with her damn lies. Like, I'm just like, girl, why do you lie? She lies so much. Like, she is caught in so many damn lies, and I'm just like, girl, why do you do that? But make sure you guys let me know your whole thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.